as they remain ready and poised to answer the call in years to come. In fact, as we perform for you today, an Air Force cargo aircraft is on final in a deployed location, delivering critical supplies to our forces there. A-10s, F-15s, F-16s, F-22s, F-35s, B-52s, B-1s, and RPAs are standing by, getting fuel from KC-10s, KC-135s, and KC-46, so they can provide precision, close air support, and overwatch for our Army and Marine Corps convoys. Our intelligence personnel are keeping a close eye on our adversaries around the globe, and the Space Force is standing vigilant to ensure uninterrupted global communication. We stand ready to ensure dominance in air, space, and cyberspace. freedom. Over 71 years ago in 1953, Thunderbird history began in the straight wing F-84. This Korean War fighter bomber was used primarily for low-level interdiction missions, attacking bridges and enemy railroads. World's first supersonic fighter, the swept-wing F-100 Super Sabre. Originally designed for air-to-air combat, it too became a multi-role fighter used extensively in Vietnam to attack targets both in the sky and on the ground. And while the team briefly flew the F-105 Thunder Chief, another Vietnam-era warhorse, the Thunderbirds returned to the F-100 and flew it for a total of 13 years. In 1969, the twin-engine McDonnell Douglas F-4E Phantom II was proudly painted in the Thunderbird colors. This Vietnam fighter flew air superiority, close air support, long-range strike, and reconnaissance missions for the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps. In fact, it was the first and only fighter that was flown by both 12 million people, the Thunderbirds transitioned to the supersonic Northrop T-38 Talon in 1974. The T-38 demonstrated to the American public what high-performance aircraft could do, and it the team returned to a frontline Air Force fighter, the F-16A. This multi-role fighter was seen by nearly 17 million people in 33 states during the first show season. Today, the team flies the Lockheed Martin F-16C Fighting Falcon, commonly referred to as the Viper. It is used around the globe to find and attack targets both in the air and on the ground. Its powerful Pratt & Whitney engine produces more than 29,000 pounds of thrust. That is approximately 85,000 horsepower, more than the entire starting lineup of the Daytona 500 combined. It can reach speeds in excess of Mach 2, twice the speed of sound, over 1,500 miles per hour. The F-16 can carry more than 11,000 pounds of munitions. That's 5.5 tons of bombs, and they can take those weapons around the globe. As Thunderbirds, we demonstrate more than the capabilities of our aircraft. We also demonstrate the quality of the people who fly them, maintain them, and support them, because the metal airframes and wires inside them mean nothing without the unparalleled training, the unbelievable attention to detail, and the amazing professionalism that you will see today. Of an extreme abundance of caution, we have cleared out all of our maintenance issues. Right now, the pilots are completing some pre-flight checks at the end of the runway, and once they are ready, they will take to the skies. Soon, you will hear Thunderbird 1 command the pilots to run up their engines as they accelerate down the runway from directly in front of you to the left. Right. Lieutenant Colonel Malaka will then demonstrate the superior thrust-to-weight ratio of the F-16 by immediately pulling the noses up into the vertical, performing the diamond loop-on takeoff. As the planes lift off the ground, watch for our slot pilot, Major Jacob Pellizzari. He'll quickly move from the right wing into the slot position, forming the famous Thunderbird Diamond. Following the Diamond takeoff, our solo pilots will perform the Mayhem takeoff. Thunderbird 6 will take off in maximum afterburner and execute an immediate 360-degree aileron roll at low altitude. Thunderbird 5 will then take off, immediately pull 60 degrees into the vertical and perform a split S, reversing his direction while still over the runway. Hang tight while we get ready to crank it up. Crank me up.
Intercom, you're clear for takeoff. Runway 23. It's showtime! Everyone, for takeoff runway 05 Thunderbirds. Let's run up. Stand by, folks. Look on the now. Thunderbird now. Thunderbird release now. Burners now.
Stand tall as America's ambassadors in blue open with a tribute to the greatest nation on earth, America's own, your 2024 United States Air Demonstration Squadron, the Thunderbirds! In 1954, the first solo pilot made their debut on the Thunderbirds, and in 1962, the opposing solo was added. Now check 6, and welcome our current solo pilots, Thunderbird 5, Major Eric Tice, and Thunderbird 6, Major Jeff Downey, as they approach from behind and overhead to execute the ever-inspiring crossover break. Have your cameras ready for a picture formation flying at its finest as the diamond is approaching from your right at a mere 18 inches apart from wingtip to canopy for your 2024 Diamond Pass in Review. Now watch from your left as our lead solo demonstrates and shows the historic Thunderbird emblem on the bottom of his aircraft with the knife edge pass. Standing on the edge face up 'cause you're a natural. I'm beating hard. You gotta be so.
Let me see the light of the dark trees shadowing. What's happening? Looking through the glass, nothing wrong within the past, knowing we are. Caught into the beast, out of world without the peace, facing a bit of.
The original Thunderbird Diamond was led by Major Dick Catledge, with twin captains Buck and Bill Patillo as wingmen and Captain Kanaga as the slot pilot. Now look in front and to your left as the current Thunderbird Diamond maintains precise formation position in the Diamond roll. We are proud to represent America's Air Force. We are the most lethal Air Force on the planet. Now look back to your right and find Thunderbirds 5 and 6 teamed up this time to create a Gentlemen, the diamond is approaching over your left shoulder in the tight echelon formation. Watch as 1 becomes 4 with the echelon pass in review.
I like the way we synchronize. We synchronize. Like the moon crystallizes. I just saw the sun.
Surprise, Tampa! That was Thunderbird 6 sneaking up on you with the sound of freedom. Now look back to your left and find our lead solo, Major Eric Tice, as he maintains level flight in the slow roll. Bound from the right, Major Downey will demonstrate the extraordinary roll performance of the F-16 with 4 consecutive aileron rolls at low altitude. The diamond is now approaching from the right. This is a rare opportunity to go inside the cockpit of Thunderbird 1, as Lieutenant Colonel Nathan Molafa calls for the 4 diamond pilots to perform simultaneous aileron rolls in close formation.
Ready, now, and roll.
From your right, Major Tice, and from your left, Major Downey, inbound for show center at a closing speed of over 1,000 miles per hour. As they cross show center, watch from the bank sharply, nearly avoiding each other for the opposing knife edge pass. Approaching ahead and to your left, the diamond is in the challenging trail formation, with each wingman flying just a few feet from the aircraft in front of them. On command, watch as they smoothly transition back into the Thunderbird Diamond. Our 2 solo pilots have positioned themselves on opposite ends of the show line to cross at show center for the inverted pass. A difficult maneuver, made even more challenging since Thunderbird 5 to your left is approaching upside down. directly in front. Thunderbirds 1 through 4 will pull straight up into the vertical and trail formation. Emerging from the smoke, you'll see the pilots have skillfully transformed. While the maneuvers you are watching today are in tight formation and at low altitude, they require the same level of concentration and discipline that every aircraft pilot must employ. Whether flying combat missions over hostile territory or flying in support of humanitarian efforts in adverse conditions. Now watch as Thunderbird 5 completes his rejoin with the Diamond to perform the low bomb burst. Supersonic speeds. And while supersonic speeds are critical in chasing down the enemy, slow speed handling is just as important in aerial combat. Now look to your right as Major Downey goes from and slow to a full afterburner soul climb. watch as Thunderbird 5 completes his rejoin with the diamond to the right as this familiar formation approaches to perform the 5. Watch from the left as Major Downey demonstrates the exceptional climbing performance of the F-16 as he goes 3 miles straight up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunderbirds would like to dedicate this next pass to all the families here today whose loved ones are deployed around the globe in the defense of Watch as Thunderbird 6 demonstrates the tight turn performance and raw power of the F-16 with a maximum performance turn followed by half cubic 8. Shoulder to the right for precision flying under G and feel the power of the Diamond Burner 360. As we fly for you today, we are proud to represent the 68,000 airmen who are deployed around the globe. While our airmen, guardians, soldiers, sailors, coasties, and Marines risk their lives every day to fight for democracy, it is the families that stay behind who are the silent heroes of our military. Their sacrifices do not go unrecognized, and we thank every mom, dad, husband, wife, son, and daughter who support their deployed military member each day while they fight to keep our country the land of the free and the home of the brave. Now from the right, watch the formation of 6 F-16s precisely maneuver, showcasing teamwork at its finest for the Delta Formation Loop. Repositions for the Delta Burst. The flying skill and grace you see evolves from over 71 years of technical training and thousands of hours of practice and employment. Every airman who wears the Thunderbird uniform is a military member first, highly trained in a professional Air Force skill. As Airmen First, Thunderbirds use years of on-the-job training to provide consistent and credible global vigilance, global reach, and global power, giving a critical edge to today's joint warfighting and coalition teams. Wherever they have been before and wherever they go after their time on the team, the Thunderbirds are Airmen First and Airmen Always, faithfully and professionally representing their brothers and sisters in arms, who are providing unrivaled air, space, and cyber dominance around the globe. Approaching from directly in front, your 2024 Thunderbirds and the inspirational Delta Burst. For their final high-speed head-on pass. As they cross that show center, watch for them to climb sharply. Reverse course in a split-S maneuver to cross again with a knife-edge pass. Let's go inside the cockpit and listen as they execute this breathtaking maneuver. Ladies and gentlemen, no other maneuver is more closely associated with the Thunderbirds than the one you are about to see. Approaching from the left, the diamond and the high bomb burst.